like I said, whether it's a pass breakup or an interception, you've got to be good at that. All right. So if you're shooting for something that you want your players to be really good at by the end of the season or even midway through the season, depending on what level you're coaching at, definitely one of the top three skills that you need to get them nailed down on. And then the final thing is kids got to be really good at a crossover run, which includes flipping their hips. All right. There are so many situations out on the field where you're going to end up having to flip your hips, whether you're a cornerback covering a receiver that's running at you and he flips and tries to go to your blind side. You want to be able to execute a hip flip so you don't have to take your eyes off of the guy. The natural reaction for a lot of defensive backs is to do a speed turn, which requires you to take your head, turn it away from the receiver, and spin your head to the other side. Savvy route runners will take advantage of that. They'll falsely attack your backside. You spin your head around for the speed turn, and then they go back inside. Not only do they end up catching the football, they have a tremendous amount of space afterwards. They will lose you. Really good route runners, like an Antonio Brown in his prime, will lose you if you're a speed turner. Also, as a safety, as I talked about it before, if you're a guy that cannot flip his hips when the read changes, when the routes change coming at you, or when the quarterback changes his looking point, and you're trying to make a read, if you've got a speed turn all the time, that's really, really bad news. Sometimes as a safety, you're 10 to 12 yards off of a guy that's running at you. It'd be nice to be able to backpedal, open, and then hip flip if the guy changes the direction. If it's a speed turn every time, again, with so much space to the inside and the outside when you're covering as a safety, you can really get taken advantage of. So that's another skill guys need to learn. They need to learn how to effectively crossover run and hip flip. It's one of the things that they're going to do constantly in a football game. Matter of fact, all three of the things that I named there are things that you are going to do repeatedly over and over and over in a football game. A lot of guys want to jump into all of these advanced drills and things of all kind of wild things. Hey, man, these are the things you're going to do the most on the football field. Master those things, nail those things down. And then they kind of just lead into all of the other drills that you might want to get into, all of the other skills, the supplemental skills, I'll call them, that you will need. But these are the grandfather, the nuts and bolts of what you need as a defensive back. So those would be the three skills that I would say you would need to nail down. I would say, obviously, for someone coaching freshman football with a bunch of guys that are new to it, you're probably not going to press a whole lot.